This is a shallow, is this bar in the way? Can you guys read this down here? Okay, so this says,
We can see through metals.
oh, wow. This is a powerful teacher right here. All around the world, guides facilitate our travel experiences, our safety, our education, and our photo opportunities. Okay? So it's all of those things. So again, you are our heroes. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's talk about safari photography. This is what's relevant to you. Okay. Relevant to you and this school.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can we have this on you here?
Yes. Microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And I have two websites here. If you're interested in looking at some of my photos, okay, you can take that down and share that. Okay? So, a little preview of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about my perspective of the role of a tour guide. Okay? We're going to talk a little bit about photo fundamentals. We're going to talk about the characteristics of wildlife photographers. They're a little bit different than fashion photographers or wedding photographers, a little bit different. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to tell you what my goals are. When I'm out taking pictures, what are my priorities? What are my goals? Okay? We'll talk a little bit about the equipment that we use, and then the types of successful images that make a wonderful picture. Okay? Every photographer wants to take a picture that ends up on the cover of National Geographic magazine, right? Okay? So what kinds of images are successful images? Okay? And then I'm going to finish with some recommendations for you. Okay? So, the role of a tour guide from the client's perspective, from my perspective. Okay? First of all, I believe that tour guides are an educator. You teach me what you know about the zebras, the giraffe, you know what I mean? The savannah. Okay? You're a translator. I don't speak Swahili. I don't speak Ma. Okay? So you translate for me when we are traveling. Okay? You're my safety. You are my chaperone and keep me safe when we travel. You are trained with your eyes to see the wildlife. Okay? Your pattern recognition is much better than mine, and so you can see something that I can't. You're a mentor, okay? Someone that I look up to. You're an entertainer, okay? Sometimes the wildlife is not available to see. You tell stories, you keep us interested and entertained. You coordinate our travel, okay? There's changes. The rains come, we need to change our trip and our itinerary. You help facilitate all that. You're an interpreter, okay? Helping me understand, do you know what I mean? The ecosystem, okay? The way the wildlife interact, that kind of thing. And a problem solver, okay? The car gets a flat tire or, has a problem. On our trip, just recently, the car broke the differential. And so we had to adjust. And so Innocent, my partner, arranged for us to get another ride. So it was perfect. Okay, so in other words, you are our heroes. Okay, you may not realize that, but you are our heroes. All right? Here's some examples. Examples of tour guides that I've worked with around the world. Okay? Aristides took my wife, Lisa, up to the top of Kilimanjaro. I do terrible at altitude, but she runs right up to the top of Kilimanjaro. I already took her there. Yes. And Innocent has guided. How many times have you been to Kilimanjaro top? 200. 200 at least. Yeah. All right. So, other guides. Mingo led us around the wild, remote areas of Argentina. Okay, seeing anteaters and capybaras and all kinds of different wildlife. Mike Hillman was a guide for us this past summer in Alaska with these huge grizzly bears. Okay, the grizzly bear walked right beside my leg. And Mike was like, easy bear, easy bear. He knows how to talk to the bears, okay? Rich Reed, a National Geographic photographer. I spent 3 weeks with him in the South Pole and the North Pole, and we were photographing polar bears together. Zapa, one of the best guides in Brazil, the country of Brazil, where people go to see the elusive jaguar. Much harder to see than a leopard. Okay, much harder to find and see in the wild. Jorge Cruz is a veterinarian who is now a guide and owns a number of different properties where they have 1,700 bird species. How many bird species here in Tanzania? Close to 1,000, yeah. 1,700 birds in Ecuador. Beautiful, beautiful birds, yeah. Zach Bryan and Peter Nungonya on safari with us in the Nundutu area and in Namibia as our entertainers and having fun with us, okay? Andreas was a guide for National Geographic, and we were in the Baja of Mexico photographing the whales, okay? Beautiful animals, also very hard to find. This is the guide crew on a trip we took in Mexico. I imagine you don't teach this here. No. But we were on a boat, and the boat was taking an hour and a half to go to our destination. So the crew, the guides, they put on a music show, for us. Yeah. Innocent, who I mentioned, is my, yeah. Innocent first was my guide, then became my friend, and then is my business partner. Okay? So tonight we are picking up a group of, there will be a group of 12 of us, and we are going out on a photo safari starting tomorrow. Okay? So, and then...
it's not basically just safari. We're also training how to... they're doing safari at the same time, learning how to take the best shots while you're in safari.
Exactly right. And Michael Melford is now my best friend. I met him in Antarctica, and he is a world-class National Geographic, and he is my mentor, but first he was my guide. Okay? All right, so the point. What is the point? It's this. Around the world, all around the world, guides facilitate our travel experiences, our safety, our education, and our photo opportunities. Okay? So it's all of those things. So again, you are our heroes. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's talk about safari photography. This is what's relevant